I literally walked around for like 2.5 hours to try to find that parking lot. I had no idea. And I wake up to a message that basically said we should just be friends.
15 of like the 20 people are girls. So there's only like 5 guys and like...
It's a good ratio. What's up all my intrasocial people? I'm back with the gang. And today we're going to be telling our worst rejection stories.
You go first.
I go first?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to set the bar too high. But
Yeah, set the bar.
I met the girl from Tinder. And I mean, it's like, you can't really expect too much, you know, it's Tinder. But she was actually really cool. And it turns out she's same race as me, Mexican mom, black dad. And it's like we had a lot in common. Yeah, we met on Tinder. We were like messaging back and forth for like, I want to say 2 weeks, and then we eventually met up the first day. But we got burgers.
Okay.
And then we were walking around at a beach, and we're just walking around talking, getting to know each other.
Vibes.
It was going on. She was like, she seemed really nervous at first, and then after like about 20-30 minutes, then she got comfortable, and then like everything was cool from there.
That's breezy.
What do you mean? Wait.
Well, I mean,
What do you mean by that?
So like I said, like I think everything goes well. We're telling each other like our whole life stories. Like, you know, we're at one point we're like on the pier, the beach, and we're just like looking off into the ocean, just talking. At the end of the night, I give her a hug and I said, I'd like to do this again sometime with you. And she was like, yeah. And so we were talking again for like another week. I think we went out again like the next weekend, and we went to the movie. For whatever reason, like the second day, like I said, the first day after the first 30 minutes, like everything's going well. We talking about music, we talking about like family stuff, we talk like everything. And so the second day, she's still like, you know, the conversation is going all right, but like her body language was like a little off. Like the first day, I felt like if I went for it, like she probably would have let me hold her hand, but I just didn't go for it because I thought it'd be a little weird on the first day. I don't want to be too aggressive. I want her to feel comfortable before I try to go for anything like handsy. So the second day, I was planning on eventually like going for like holding her hand or like arm around or something at the movies, right?
We don't count shoulders?
Nah, bro. I'm just going. Nah, bro. Nah. What's up with dude? You see his face? The whole time, like her body language was just like this.
Knees opposite?
Yeah,
you?
yeah, and like hands together like this and everything. I'm like, yo, like, what is? What, did I do something? Like, I don't know what went wrong. Like, she just looks uncomfortable. But as I said, like on the conversation there, like before that, we went to Chick-fil-A before that, right before the movies. And so yeah, we're talking. She ended up being kind of late. I forgot why, because you know, it was in downtown LA, so like parking and shit. Yeah. Walked into the parking lot. She agreed to the third date, which was probably gonna be like a picnic or something. And then, okay, this actually makes it like really bad. Like, this is what makes everything 10 times worse. So I told you how we parked in 2 different parking lots, right?
Right, yeah.
So I looked up before I left the parking lot where I parked at. I looked it up on Google Maps and I saved that like the location in my notes.
Yeah.
And when I clicked on it, like it was a completely, like the parking lot was wrong. That was a completely different parking lot. Like there was 2 parking lots with the same name, and then the other one, the one I parked at wasn't on Google Maps. It didn't exist, and the other one was like somewhere else. So I walked there, and I was like, what the hell? This is not where I parked.
Yeah.
And then like there wasn't another one with the same name on Google Maps. So I was just lost. I had no idea. I literally walked around for like 2.5 hours to try to find that parking lot. I had no idea. I walked throughout the whole in downtown LA. I took like 4 laps around one specific building. Like it was bad.
You didn't like remember anything?
Nah, I didn't remember until I got to the street and I was like, thank the fucking Lord, I found it. But like, I was walking around lost for like 2.5 hours.
What time was it?
When I left her at the parking lot, it was probably like 10:30
p.m.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
So I found my car at like 12:30, 1 a.m. is when I found my car. I drive home, and then like I just asked her if she had a good time, whatever, blah blah blah. She said everything was cool. So I wake up at like, I don't know, maybe 9, and I wake up to a message that basically said we should just be friends. That shit, that hurt. That hurt. 2 dates. I'm thinking everything's going well until like the second date when she's like looking uncomfortable in the movies. But then when we're talking and walking around after that, it seems like everything's cool.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
This was junior year of college. So basically, This is our biology lab. This class, there's only like 20 of us. Because like obviously we had the main auditorium meetings where it's like 200 people. Basically like all the people of the different, under the different TAs. So each TA's had like a set of like 20 kids. Like they're like all of them from the main auditorium. But like basically anytime we worked in lab, we were separated in our specialized groups. So the TA was in my graduating class. This biology class, there's like 20 people in this class. The thing is like 15 of like the 20 people are girls. So there's only like 5 guys and like...
It's a good ratio.
Exactly. So we basically have 4 groups for our biology project that we're going to have. I was the only guy in my group. First few like months, like this like halfway like through the semester, the girl that I'm like interested in, like I don't even pay attention to her. Like we even grid presentations and everything. She never crossed in my mind because it's like I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just like working because I didn't find anyone in my particular groups before then like interesting that way. We're crossing over to a new segment. It's like one new project that we're gonna do. So I'm in the group. I'm the first person who gets assigned to the group. They start filling out the group, and then there's this one girl who gets paired in my group, and she's nice. Like basically. Like, I mean, when I saw her, I was like, okay, I have to try to ask. Like, I've never asked a girl out before then. Like, at that point, I was like 20, because we were juniors. So yeah, I was like 20. I never asked a girl out before then, but I was like, okay, I have to ask her out. Like, even if I fail, I have to try to ask her out. It just I have to build towards it though. I have to build towards it because I can't just flat out, I don't know anything about her. So yeah, first few weeks, the other like 3 members of the group, I don't really like talking with them. Like, it's not really like going well. Not like going well, like I didn't make an effort to talk with them. But with her, we just kept talking. Good, nice sense of humor. She's obviously beautiful. That's like the main reason I wanted to talk to her in the first place. But the fact that the personality was great. On top of that, no, take that back. Personality on top of the looks. So I was like, okay, let's do something. So basically, during our work time, I just made an effort to like, okay, just throw like little dots there and there, like, oh, how are you doing? Like different things like that. Oh, like, oh, we're going to the class at the same time, just trying to make a conversation, different things like that. And then when we're talking, different things like that, she just compliments, because my name is very exotic. So she's like, oh, I like your name.
It's crazy.
So she's like, I like your name, or whatever, like this and this and this. I was like, okay, that's cool. It's like, your name is cool too. So yeah, like whatever. It was generic. I mean, I'm the only black guy at the school, so it's like it's kind of it's if your name is like Deshaun or something like that.
That's exotic.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, if your name's like Deshaun, it's like, oh yeah.
Wow, are you from the trenches?
Where's that name come from? Like different things like that. So
did you get shot at going to school?
We had to do like a meeting for the project outside of class. So I was like, okay. Then we just text her. Okay, can't wait to see you at the meeting where we had.
Can't wait.
So I didn't dress it up like that. I didn't dress up like that. I didn't dress up like that. I was basically just like, okay, let's meet there. So like, we meet at the place. She sits next to me when we sit. Like I'm the first person there, but she sits next to me. The other 3 people would like sit over there. Like basically like we have a table, but like she sits here, I sit here. The other people sit like the other half of the table. I don't know why it wasn't like equally spread out, but that's how it happened to be. Okay. So basically, she just asked me like, we're working. Everyone's always solely talking about the project and different things like that. But like weird, like whatever. She just started like, oh, like where do you live, and like different questions like that. So like, okay, there's like some genuine interest here. Like it's worth for me at least shooting the shot, like trying to see like if either she's nice and. I said, okay, it has to be near the end of the semester though, because again, she's an underclassman. That's why I mentioned That's why I mentioned she's an underclassman, because we probably never have the same classes again. This is only one class I have obligated to take that I didn't take earlier. So I was like, okay, I need to text her. Everything's going well, but I'm a boring ass person. So it's like, I don't know. I've never really like texted with the girl to try to get to know her like that, or like before. So I was like, I need some help. So I turned to one person I knew, like, was entertaining person who knew some stuff. So I said, Chris,
I wouldn't say
let me help.
No, you just don't be expressing yourself enough, especially when it comes to girls.
Okay.
If you were just you, girls would find you interesting, but you be holding back.
So I contacted Chris. It's not like he was texting for me, but we just did a thing where it's like, okay,
peer review.
Yeah, peer review.
No,
so basically,
sometimes I would.
Okay, sometimes he would say, okay. Sometimes, okay, that is true. I just glossed over that fact. But sometimes I just say, okay, this is what I want to say. How can I dress it up better? And just resend it. He would just proofread it and throw it. Or sometimes he would be like, okay, it's getting stale. Throw this message at her and see what happens. So we do that. Basically, I just do some introductory stuff like, hey, how's the project? Whatever. How's the project? We're working on it together. I know how it is. And I just remember I was like, okay, what should I do? Chris was like, okay, throw this at her and like see what happens. And she got a laugh out of it. I was like, okay, look at Chris doing this thing. But I was like, okay, I have to blend in it with my thing because I don't necessarily speak like this like when I'm in person. So I would just throw my stuff in there.
Oh,
she was getting some responses.
wait. Can I say this real quick?
What?
Bro, he be typing hella professional and stale, bro. I was like, nah, bro, you gotta use some
Yo, that's exactly why I needed him.
Bro.
That's why I needed him.
He was using punctuations and commas and
I
semicolons. I was like, damn, you got compound sentences.
That's why I needed. Yeah. I have a fear of dogs too.
No, I think she sent you the picture of the dog first.
Oh yeah, and I reacted and like you said something like, oh, say this back or whatever. And like we did it and it was going to work. I was okay, we're doing something here. So basically we do the final project, we present it, everything's going good. Chris is like, okay, the semester's ending, you have nothing to lose, you might as well just try to ask her out now and see next semester. It makes perfect sense. So I was like, okay.
He was hella hesitant.
I was hesitant. I didn't want to. Okay. This is the backstory. So, okay. You were like, okay, ask her to study for the final.
Like this took some convincing.
Okay. You're like, okay.
You
said ask her to study for the final.
No.
The thing is, the final was like easy. The final is way too easy.
Oh,
Everyone
that's why he was like,
that's my reasoning. I was like, it doesn't make any sense to try to study it's way too
hang out with
easy.
her one-on-one, bro.
Yeah. I know what that was your reasoning.
To study with you for the final.
Yeah, I know that was your reasoning, but like I just don't want to do it because like it was like I was nervous as hell to try to do it. And secondly, it was like the test is like way too easy. Like I didn't need any refreshing. I was better off because I had other stuff to work, other subjects and stuff to work on and focus on. I was like, no, let's just do that. So you're like, okay, just ask her out. Just ask her out. Like, don't give a timeline. Ask her out like now. Because I found out that she's also international. Like she's white, but like she lives in different part of the country. Different country or whatever. I was like, let's hang out sometime, like get to know each other, different things like that. And she was saying like, oh, my flight leaves, whatever. She's saying like, oh, my flight leaves before then, so we can't hang out then. So I was like, okay. So how about like after we come back from like winter break, like do you want to like hang out or whatever? And she said, we'll see. So I was like, yeah, it's a no. I was like, that's a no. And she said, LOL, like I have a girlfriend, so therefore we can't, whatever. So she was this whole time like this girl is in a relationship. Supposedly in a relationship. So okay, go.
So you didn't have like a radar that something was off?
No, she's
no.
She's not.
She's bi? Well, no.
Yeah, she's bi. She's bi.
But still, like I feel like there's a radar.
The other thing is she never said anything about being in a relationship or anything like that.
But like you didn't get like the vibes were off?
No.
I don't know.
Everything seemed like just regular, like normal, like nothing crazy.
I've met a few girls that I didn't think were bi, they ended up being bi.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get like a feeling like something, like I'm not vibing with her the way I thought I would, and then they turn out to be bi. I'm like, and then they also have a girlfriend.
During the pandemic, I was like, I basically just throw out like, oh, hope you're doing well, hope your like semester's going well, because like we're remote and different things like that. Just check up on her because I was just genuinely interested. What are we doing?
After that, I'm not missing her.
She also has a boyfriend now. So yeah, so
I was just ugly. I was
just ugly. What's that?
Bro, I really told you to ask that. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you did.
That's up, Chris.
No, that wasn't the nail on the coffin though.
Bro, can you stop white people shaking me, bro?
That wasn't the nail on the coffin though.
Kai, you want to show? Yes, bro, come on.
Why grip his thumb like that, bro?